took a red-eye flight from San Francisco to Munich, and it proved to be a pretty good plan as we arrived there Sunday evening, and our hotel was located quite close to the BMW facility, so we had a chance to walk over there and take a peek. And it was really stunning at night. Even we was actually able to get inside a little bit too and walk around on the showroom floor. At 8 o'clock in the morning, we checked into the BMW Welt, that's the name of the delivery facility. And after doing some paperwork and showing passports and things like that, we were taken to the lounge area. And this was a real nice room with comfortable chairs and food and beverages, and just a nice comfortable place to relax after a long flight and some jet lag. Next, they took us on a tour of the factory, which was really impressive. But unfortunately, they didn't allow cameras, so we only got a few quick shots off. Next, they took us to the BMW store to present our gift, which was an engraved keychain.
Thank you. Yeah.
Finally, the car is presented to you, and this is pretty impressive. You walk out on a balcony, and your car is down there on the main floor, spinning on a platform. The spotlights are on it. Your client advisor comes with you, gives you a little introduction. Then they send over the photographers, and they take your picture, and then the client advisor steps you through the car, how to use it, sits down with you, shows you all the buttons and gizmos, and then you're on your own, and you get to drive it off the showroom floor. The drive from Munich to Constance was pretty easy, and we really enjoyed some of the country roads and sights.
Traffic circle at the second exit and continue following N27.
And another fun thing was the ferryboat ride across Lake Constance. Our hotel in Constance was right on the lake, and it was in a historic building. It used to be an old abbey. The rooms were pretty nice too, with a lot of older furniture and nice view of the lake from the window. And of course the bathroom had the European style fixtures, including a bidet. Here are some more scenes of our hotel and the city of Constance. Switzerland requires that you purchase a special sticker to go on your car to give you the rights to drive on their freeways and their tunnels, and it's quite expensive. 40 Swiss francs, 35 euros, $44.09.
Country, baby, don't you wanna go? Baby, don't you wanna go? I'm going to some place where I've never been before. I'm going where the water tastes like wine. I'm going where the water tastes like wine. We can jump in the water, stay drunk all the time. I'm gonna leave the city, got to get away. I'm gonna leave the city, got to get away. All this fussing and fighting, man, you know I sure can't stay. Now baby, back and leaving drunk, you know we got to leave today. Just exactly where we're going I cannot say, but we might even leave the USA. 'Cause it's a brand new game.
Quarter of a mile, turn right and continue following SS 340.
Welcome to Italy.
No use of you running or screaming and crying, 'cause you've got a home as long as I've got mine.
The hotel we stayed at was quite small, more like a bed and breakfast, and the family that ran it was just wonderful. They knocked themselves out with service. The rooms were probably pretty Italian, marble floors, pretty simple furniture, bathroom with a bidet. But the best part was the patio outside. You could open the door and go out there, and you had a little private patio with just a terrific view, so we really enjoyed it. The town of Bellagio was right across the lake from us, and Bellagio is located right at the tip where three arms of Lake Como come together. And it's a very upscale resort type of town. It's actually called the Pearl of the Lake, and there's lots of villas and fancy shops and restaurants there. We took the ferry boat there and spent the full day enjoying the place.
de loin, je t'ai vu.
After Lake Como, our brand new car was beginning to show the dirt, but we didn't have time to wash it before we were driving to Salzburg. Rather than take the freeway from Milan to Salzburg, we decided to take a more scenic route. And of course this meant the roads were a little narrower and steeper, and the drive was going to be longer. But we also had some really gorgeous views and saw waterfalls and lakes and villages and ski resorts and mountain peaks. And it also let Joanne engage in some more spirited driving.
When I wake up, well I know I'm gonna be the man who lives next to you. When I go out, well I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. If I haver, yeah I know I'm gonna be the man who's havering to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at shore. To be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
got to Austria, we had to buy gas, and it was expensive, over $8.50 per gallon in US. And of course, we had to buy one of those little toll stickers too, just like Switzerland. We arrived in Salzburg late in the afternoon and really lucked out as we got to stay in a wonderful old hotel in the middle of Old Town, and it was right on a walking street. The hotel was like 200 years old, and it was originally a hunting lodge, so it had a great deal of this old world charm. Had a really nice restaurant too. We enjoyed a good meal there.
Welcome.
Our room was pretty nice too. It was, furnished and decorated in this hunting lodge style. Had lots of amenities, like double sinks and separate tub and shower and bidet and all the usual things. Also a walk-in closet that was nice. A huge sitting area. They even gave us a complimentary bottle of wine, which was nice. There's one of the antiques. Nice bed, everything. It was very nice. We really enjoyed staying there. The hotel also surprised us with some old school touches like chocolates in the pillows and slippers down at the foot of the bed. And there was even an umbrella in the corner. So it was a pretty neat stay. Salzburg is nestled between this old river and a set of small mountains and cliffs. And the cliffs are dominated by a great castle, the Hohensalzburg, which is really well preserved and just an awesome place to visit. The drive from Salzburg to Vienna was pretty quick, mostly freeway or Autobahn, where you can drive as fast as you want. And it was a good thing, too, because we had to get there early to drop the car off for shipment back to the U.S. And we went to a place on the outskirts of Vienna. It was called Auto Service Wien, and they had to come out and inspect the car, and Joanne had to do some paperwork and everything. And then it would be processed and loaded onto a truck and taken to Bremerhaven, Germany, where it'll be loaded on the ship. After saying goodbye to our car, we took a cab to our hotel in downtown Vienna. And Vienna's pretty popular, and it's a large city. And unfortunately, the town was pretty booked up, so we didn't have a big choice on hotels. In fact, we ended up staying at a hotel that's actually a college dormitory during the school year, but during the summer it's called the All You Need Hotel. And it was pretty Spartan, believe me. But it did the job, and it was very close to the downtown area, so it worked out well for us. Vienna is a large city. It's, after all, the capital of Austria. But fortunately, the city center area is relatively compact, and it's very walkable. In fact, it's just a few blocks from our hotel, the college dorm. And the city center just contains a whole wealth of museums and concert halls and palaces and walking streets and vendors and shops and things like that. And it's also just filled with these old classical buildings. A lot of them are of this Baroque architecture, and a lot of them are just very ornate and have little figurines and statues up on the roof. And they're all very well preserved and maintained.
Don't know what it is, but it's very popular.
took the train from Vienna to Budapest. And after buying our tickets and schlepping our bags to the platform, we got a little scare. Joanne looked up at the board, and there our train was, and it said canceled. But the Austrians were resourceful and rounded up another one, so it all worked out fine. The train was comfortable and smooth, fast, but the scenery was a little boring. It was a pretty flat landscape. This windmill farm was probably the highlight of the trip. And we were a little disappointed when we got into Budapest because the station was in a crummy part of town and was pretty run down. But once we got to our hotel, we felt pretty good. It was nice. It was in a downtown location that was very convenient, and we were pretty happy campers. Budapest is a beautiful old city, and it was originally two separate cities with the Danube River separating the two. Buda is on one side, that's called the hilly side or the castle side, and Pest is the flatter side, that's where we were staying. And to get from one to another, you take one of these beautiful bridges that they have, and the oldest is called the Chain Bridge because it's actually built out of some giant links of steel resembling a chain. And I guess it was a technological breakthrough when they did it. And it's a nice walk to get over to the Buda Castle and the area they call Castle Hill.
This stuff off.
We came up here. It's over here. We're right in here, so we're going to keep on going this way.
I'm not sure what this is. Maybe a chestnut on the inside. We had a great time in Europe, but when we got home, we were without a car. And so it was a long wait until we got it. Actually, I think nearly 7 weeks from the time we dropped it off in Vienna, and it was on a truck to Bremerhaven, then loaded onto the ship, the Topeka, which sailed across the Atlantic and through the Panama Canal, and then into the Pacific and to Port Hueneme, California, where it was loaded on a truck and then shipped to our dealer in Santa Barbara. It was right after Thanksgiving that we got the call from Santa Barbara BMW that our car had been delivered. So we quickly made arrangements to get there, and we met with John, who gave us some nice t-shirts, and then he walked us outside, and out in front under the pavilion, there was our car. And it had a great big red bow on it, and it still had the European license plate, which was a nice touch. And then we posed for the official delivery photo, and then John took us into the car, and we had to activate the assist feature.
BMW Assist, this is Pete. How may I assist you today?
Hi, Pete. My name's John. I'm here with my customers, the Benjamins, and we're activating service for the first time.
I'm more than happy to assist you with this today, John. And how is Mr. James Benjamin doing today?
Very good, thank you.
Well, very good, sir. Well, during this call, Mr. Benjamin, I'm just going to verify your